What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the video. So we are talking about Mullen again. I do want to talk about what went on in the shareholder meeting and a few other things going on and why I think this is actually pretty genius and why right now might just be the best time to get into the stock. So we've got a lot to go over in this video. All I ask, if you enjoy this type of content and you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, you make sure to give this video a thumbs up, you subscribe to the channel, and you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future content about Mullen or any other stocks that I do believe have huge upside potential to make you incredible returns and money in the market. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. Right now, Mullen is down 2.93% on the day, trading at about 84.8 cents. So looking at some pretty interesting numbers because we can tell. The stock was trading at about $1, being very, very flat. I'm going to go to 30 minutes and kind of show you how flat it was. Very flat for a few days. And then, you call this a catalyst, the shareholder meeting, and it's done a ton of different things happen. And the main reason, and I'm going to be completely honest, the main reason for the stock falling is simply because of the approval of dilution, which is still preliminary, meaning it's not actually official. They haven't put it in writing or anything yet. But we're looking at some pretty interesting things, and I do think this is a really good thing. It's very, very common for a stock to get approved dilution because, when you look at it, you see a company and you're like, oh, my shares are worth less now. And when in reality, they haven't diluted a single share yet, So it's just kind of an overreaction in the market, and a ton of different things are going on. It's also, a lot of people could see this as a good thing, but especially in short term, very, very common. I would say almost 95% of the time, a company says, especially a smaller company, for example, Mullen, a company says, hey, we're going to dilute shareholders because we need this money, yada, yada. It's going to bring the stock price down. And I do think this was an overreaction. Over the past 5 days, the stock is down 21.48%. So personally, I think it's almost genius in the fact that what this company has been doing is they've been delaying things. They've been building up this hype, this curiosity among investors, institutional investors, retail investors, all these different things about when are they going to announce this Fortune 500 company. It's said to be in August, but who knows? They could delay it even further. This article kind of goes on. Mullen, VP of Marketing, confirmed the EV makers working on the vans and planning to deliver them again to the Fortune 500 company in August. There's a lot of talks about it being Lumen Technologies, as Lumen Technologies matches every single criteria of who Mullen describes the company to be. Our current plan right now is to move those vehicles back in August to the customer. The van has been picked up and is currently being modified to fit the specs required by the customer in anticipation of a vehicle purchase order, including an upgrade to an 80 kilowatt battery pack. So they're working with this company, making modifications to their vehicles, and just kind of striving to be the best they can be. And I think this is where I kind of say this is genius, because the CEO and the entire team behind Mullen is a smaller company. They're a startup in a very competitive market. In electric vehicles, there's a ton of different companies. Every single car manufacturer is trying to pick up and be the greatest in electric vehicles. And for a company to break that barrier to entry, for example, somebody like Mullen, they're going to need to catch hype. They're going to need to catch attention, and this is perfect for them to do that. Shareholder meeting held at NASDAQ in New York City, building up all this hype around who's the Fortune 500 company going to be. All of these different aspects and different little things that are very important to the company's success. I really do believe this is an incredible management move. Now, I do want to stress again, the market cap is sitting at $405 million, trading for 85 cents a share. And I know there is potential dilution coming very soon. And everything I say is not financial advice. I do not want to push whatever I say. I don't want it to be the main reason why you do something. You always have to have your own belief, your own conviction, and understand that this could go to zero, hypothetically. But I do think that this does just offer us a great buying opportunity. Let's just say the company goes from a $405 million valuation to a $1.5 billion. That's incredible returns. You never know how big this company can get. We just kind of go ahead and look on their financials. They currently, for the past few years, have been reporting $0 in revenue. With the revenue that's potentially going to come in from the Fortune 500 company, from Delpac Logistics, once they can actually mark some revenue on their sheets That's going to be pretty big, a really big catalyst. And we are looking at a big catalyst coming very soon in August if they do announce who the Fortune 500 company is. But to talk a little bit further, a lot of investors are concerned about dilution and all these different things. I think it's a good thing. Voters also approved an increase of preferred shares to 500 million. So total kind of shares outstanding is 2.25 billion, but common stock is 1.75 billion. There also has been some speculation on all of the different talks about the kind of benefits that the CEO and other potential investors are receiving, such as the CEO getting issuance of shares of common stock in pursuant to a performance stock award agreement, which some people could see that as a bad thing, but if you think of it as a positive way, it just gives the CEO another reason to benefit the shareholders, as he is a shareholder himself. He has nothing but more reason to provide value. And then also to approve, for purposes of complying with the NASDAQ, of potential issuance of Series D preferred stock, yada yada, pretty much just saying, shares can be kind of exercised and converted into preferred stock and exercise the price of warrant. So could convert that into common stock and different things. There's a ton of different aspects that go into play, but I don't necessarily think this is a negative thing. I think long term, especially long term, this is incredible for the company and a lot of different things are going on. One tweet that kind of stood out to me real quick was this, to shout out to JTrades88. Remember when Nikola was 90 and they didn't even have a factory built? Mullen does have secured money, the $275 million that we're going to see in funding, amazing battery technology, beautiful cars in place, a stacked team they're currently hiring, signed deals. Really good potential. So a lot of people are saying this is a scam, yada yada. I don't really think this is. I don't think this is a scam. We can go ahead and kind of just show you Nikola, how the stock went, and it did go higher. It only calculates a little bit into this chart, but you can just see that's what happened. And I do believe the upside is incredibly high for Mullen, especially over the long term. So I am continuing to add to my position, but that's just the way that I'm playing it. These cars are incredible. But that is actually going to wrap it up for this video. So I did kind of just enter an affiliate deal with T3 Live. If you want to go get access to that, make sure to check the link in the description down below. Check that link. You can get access to professional investors, people who have worked on Wall Street, all these different things, helping you catch real-time trades and make money in the markets if you want to go check that out. But make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Go check out my Discord server, link in the description down below. 100% free. Go get some free stocks on Webull and all that good stuff. And I will see you at the next video.